Hello everybody, welcome back, and I am TheChornick, and today, ladies and gentlemen, this is the answer video to the Q&A, so thanks so much guys for answering those questions, thanks for supporting me for all this, and if you guys are new to the channel, thank you for joining this awesome journey, this awesome ride, thanks for giving me your questions, and before I begin to answer them, I will have to state that a few of the questions I'm not going to answer now. I will answer them in some time from now. I just don't think they're right to answer at the moment. And for many of the other questions, they were really repetitive. So if I'm not answering some of your guys' questions, please understand that a lot of them were pretty similar, and that the ones that were kind of I just kind of want to answer later, they won't be answered now. So until I hit maybe like 10,000 or something, maybe I'll reveal more stuff and answer more questions. So anyway guys, I love you all, and let's begin with the questions now, shall we? Now the first question comes from Lucas George. I think that's how you say your last name. Will you do Let's Plays in the future? Well, as you saw before, I did a bunch of Fallout Let's Plays. I did Fallout 3 and I did Fallout 4. I also did The Last of Us Let's Play. But for now, I think I'm going to wait till maybe Skyrim Remastered. Maybe I'll wait for that game to do a Let's Play of. My channel is not really... I tried to do Let's Plays before, but not many people were watching them, so I decided that maybe I should just get back to doing discussions and theory videos. But maybe sometime in the future I'll do them, but that's still up to debate. But probably Skyrim Remastered, perhaps. Next question that Lucas asked was, can you do a collab? And I've done a lot of collaborations before in the past. If you saw my ones with Tyrone, KG, and Dane, and JPR, we've done a lot of collabs together. So if you guys go check out their videos, you can go check out their channels. I'm featured in a lot of their videos on their channels, so if you want to go check them out, you could see me there too. They're in the Leggett section, so go click on one of them and you can watch their videos, and they're also great YouTubers, so go check them out. But in terms of Bethesda tubers, I haven't really collaborated with any Bethesda tuber. It's mainly just been the PokeTubers that I've been talking to, so I haven't really made too many Bethesda tuber friends, I guess you could say, or at least haven't talked to or did a collaboration with. I mean, of course, I've talked to a couple of them, but I haven't just done a collaboration or not talked to that much with, if that makes sense. But anyway, alright, so his next question was, what country do you live in? / what part of that country? I live in the USA, America. I live in Ohio. So, yeah, I'm kind of north. Ohio has like really strange weather. It's very unique, to say the least. But it's all right living here. But yeah, maybe move somewhere else eventually. All right. His next question was, what's your opinion on Skyrim Remastered? Oh my gosh, those remastered trees, the water. It looks freaking great. I can't wait to get my hands on it. His next question was, what's your name? Well, man, I am TheChornick. Alright, the next question comes from Savage Thomas. When Skyrim Special Edition comes out, can you do a mod weekly? Do a mod weekly? Actually, that sounds really fun. Maybe I'll do that. So thanks for the suggestion. Next question comes from Shut Up, I'm Not Sad. He asked, is there a story for why you always say piss off at the end of your videos? Well, I don't say piss off, I say peace off. But there isn't really a story behind it. It's just more of like saying peace out sounds so generic and overused. And I think I added my own little twist by saying peace off instead. So that's kind of how it is. I know it sounds like peace off because I usually say it like that, so it sounds like piss off. But you know, you can see the difference between the piss and the peace, like peace, you know, whatever. But it's interesting that a lot of people will keep bringing that back up and asking me about it and like what exactly I'm saying near the end of my videos and stuff. But it's kind of funny, but I like it like that. The next question that he asked is, are you in your 20s? Now Lucas also asked me about my age, and yes, I am in my early 20s. Next question comes from NitroFlame 250. I probably should have just said 250. But anyway, this question says, what starter do you plan on choosing for Pokemon Sun and Moon? Well, to be honest, I don't have a Nintendo 3DS, so I probably won't be able to play Sun and Moon. But I do want to get one soon, just so I could maybe play a game. You know, because I've missed playing Pokemon since, well, I haven't played one since Soul Silver, so, and I lost that DS, and that was a DS Lite, and that was like a long time ago. But I haven't played a game since then. of Pokemon, so maybe I'll be getting a 3DS or 2DS real soon, so I could be able to play those games. But if I was gonna choose a starter, I say Rowlet looks the most unique at the moment. But I have to see their evolutions first before I officially decide which one I like the best and want to go with. Alright, so the next question comes from Jonathan Galindo. Jonathan Galindo asks, will you ever do a face reveal? Well, I've been thinking about it for a long time. I did do a face reveal back when I hit 100 subs, but I removed the video due to it being really crappy quality. The audio was terrible, and like you could like the frame rate was absolutely terrible. So like my face would move and like it would lag, and like my face would be looking like it splattered all over the screen. Kind of, if you get what I'm saying. It was really bad, so I deleted it. But perhaps maybe in the future, how about I hit 10,000? Maybe I'll do one. But yeah, I do want to do one eventually, but I like the idea of keeping it a secret, you know what I'm saying? Like, kind of like the mysteriousness, like you guys kind of developing your heads what I look like. I think I like that, like just keeping it like that. But maybe one day I'll show my face. Alright, so the next question that Jonathan asked is Team Sun or Team Moon? That's kind of been kind of hard for me. I mean, considering also that I don't even have a 3DS, so I don't know if I'll be able to get the games. At first I was like Pokemon Moon, because Pokemon Moon sounds so mysterious and cool, but then I like the Sun Legendary better, so I'm kind of 50-50 split on which side I should go with. But yeah, that would be a pretty hard decision for me to make if I get a 3DS and I decide to go get a Pokemon game. But that would be pretty tough. So the next question comes from Animation Trainer. He has several questions for us. Now let's answer them. Now he says, do you think Serena might go with Ash to the Alola region? Yes. Yes, she will. The second question is, if not, do you think Lily might be similar to Serena? Yeah, same right here too. Also, I think Lily would be a lot like Serena, personality-wise, just the way she acts. I think she's gonna be acting a lot like Serena. Maybe she's gonna have a little bit of a jerk to her. I would like to see her being a little bit more of a jerk, because most of the girls have been like really nice. I mean, Misty's like the only one that have been like similar to being a jerk, I'd say, but like I think Lily should have like two different sides to her, where she's either really nice or she's like really mean at the same time, you know what I'm saying? I'd like to see something unique about Lily, but I do think she's gonna be a lot like Serena. The next I do actually think that Lily and Serena are gonna be Ash's traveling companions. Both of them are, just to clear that up. Alright, so the next question he asks is theories on the Kalos League. I do think Ash is going to get to at least the finals or the top 4. He's going to get farther than he's ever been. But besides that, yeah, I do hope he wins it, but I'm not too sure. But I can almost guarantee at this point, 99%, that he is going to at least be as far as he's ever been, you know. So I could at least say that. And I especially want him to finish off with Pikachu and Ash Greninja. I prefer him to have his final fight with Pikachu and Pikachu look like a boss and end the league. Like, just how he just has in the past, where he's been one of the final Pokemon to finish it. So anyway, next to the next question. Now on to the next question. Do you like Mario? He asks. The Mario games, I haven't played one since like the Wii, like the Super Mario Bros. Wii, like the original Wii. I haven't played a Mario game since then. So, I mean, I did play it when I was younger. I haven't played it too much ever since then. So, I say it was a fun game, but I don't really play it too much. I haven't played it since Wii, so. The next question comes from Robin. Robin asks, are you hyped for the Kalos League? Yes. Yes, I am. Thank you, Robin. I am very hyped, especially since this could be his last season, hopefully, praying so much that happens. Alright, the next question comes from RainFoster Podcast. He asks, will you still watch the series if Serena leaves and Ash loses the league? That's actually a pretty good question, because the reason why I got into Pokemon again was because of Serena, the curiosity of Amore shipping, and for the fact that Ash has matured so much and he's actually had like a huge winning streak. I thought things were actually changing. So the fact that that has happened, that got me back into it. If that all goes away, that's a legitimate point to make, because that could actually drive me away from it again. I hope it doesn't come to that. I hope Sun Moon is actually stays with that kind of XYZ flow of things. So even if Ash loses, if it at least stays interesting to the point, and Serena stays and stuff like that, it depends. But that's all I gotta say about that. But yeah, it has got me into the series, and that's a good point to make for why I might leave it again, is because if it stays the same and doesn't get any more interesting than XY and XYZ has been, especially with like more shipping and how Ash has acted. So that's a very good point. Now the next question that he asked is, would you consider Serena as the most popular girl in Pokemon history? She is definitely one of the more popular girls. It depends on what you mean by popular, though. It really depends on what you mean by popular, because I say Misty's probably the most well-known Pokemon girl. I think most people know who Misty is, but in terms of the most loved, I say Serena is above Misty in that regard. I think, well, Serena is definitely loved a lot more than Misty was in Japan, at least. And Misty, I just say, is well-known. But I don't think she's well loved by too many people. I mean, I guess in America she's loved alright, but like everywhere else she's kind of, people don't really like her too much. But Serena's kind of like loved all around, so again, in terms of popularity, I mean, Serena's more likable, but Misty, she's probably the most well-known girl, to answer your question for that. I think you could agree with me on that regard. Alright, so the final question comes from Volkth. Volkth asks, do you ever want to go to any cons? Well, I have been invited to VidCon. I think it was in Anaheim or something like that. I have been invited to that one a couple of times, but I don't know if I ever go. I think I will eventually one day. Of course, I'll go to at least one. Now, we do have one more. The last question comes from the Zombie Nightmares. She asked, is mayonnaise an instrument? Well, if you think long and hard, and you just believe in yourself and you believe in others, and if you just believe, anything is possible. If mayonnaise is an instrument to you and you believe so hard it is, then let it be. So anyway, guys, that was all the questions that I'm going to answer for today. So thank you for posting your questions, and I love you all. Can't wait to see you in the next video. I can't wait for the next journey that we will embark on, and to hit that 10,000 subs. I hope we'll get there, and I hope we'll get even beyond that. Who knows? But life has its way of doing things, right? Anyway, guys, I love you all. Take care. Peace off. Thank you very much.